Imagine waking up to a world where the moon never existed. No romantic moonlit walks, no tides to surf on, and no werewolves howling under a full moon. But the consequences go far beyond aesthetics and folklore. The moon plays a crucial role in shaping our planet's environment. And without it, Earth would be a completely different place, one that would be far less hospitable. Buckle up as we explore a moonless Earth and discover how drastically different our lives would be. Days would be ridiculously short. If you think there aren't enough hours in a day, be glad the moon is around. Without it, Earth's rotation would be much faster, shrinking the length of a day to between 6 and 12 hours. The moon slows down Earth's rotation through tidal friction, a process that has gradually lengthened days over billions of years. Without this lunar break, our planet would spin much faster, making time fly by literally. Instead of 365 days in a year, we have over 1,000. That's right, more Mondays more often. Imagine a world where you have to cram work, exercise, meals, and sleep into just a few hours. Would humans have evolved differently to cope with such a fast-paced existence? Would we need less sleep? While this might sound convenient to the workaholic, the real impact would be a nightmare for the biological processes that rely on the 24-hour cycle we've grown accustomed to. The tides would be tiny. Say goodbye to surfing. The moon's gravitational pull is responsible for the tides that shape our coastlines. Without the moon, ocean tides would shrink dramatically, down to 1/3 of their current size. In a world where the sun is the only body pulling on Earth's oceans, tides would become so weak that entire ecosystems would collapse. No more dramatic high tides or low tides, just a barely noticeable rise and fall in the sea level. This might sound like a minor inconvenience, but the implications are far-reaching. Oceanic currents, which are partially driven by the movement of tides, play a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate by redistributing heat. Without significant tidal forces, the heat distribution would be severely disrupted, potentially leading to extreme and unpredictable weather patterns. Furthermore, tidal ecosystems that many species depend on would disappear, leading to a cascade of extinctions from the smallest organisms to larger predators. Forget your beach vacation. Without strong tides, the beaches themselves would be fundamentally altered, and coastal communities would face new environmental challenges. Seasons would be wild or non-existent. The moon doesn't just give us tides, it also stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, which is responsible for the seasons. Currently, Earth is tilted at about 23.5 degrees, giving us a predictable cycle of winter, spring, summer, and fall. Without the moon, this tilt would wobble uncontrollably, sometimes tilting so far that the poles could end up near the equator, while at other times the planet might straighten out completely, erasing the seasons altogether. This could lead to extreme climate changes, where some parts of the Earth would experience freezing cold for half the year, while others would be scorching hot for months on end. The more erratic the tilt, the more severe these fluctuations would be. You might find yourself building a snowman in the morning and tanning by afternoon. This instability would make farming nearly impossible, and the disruption of weather patterns would pose a serious threat to human survival. Without stable seasons, human civilization as we know it would likely never have developed. Nights would be pitch black, and no werewolves. Without the moon, nights would be profoundly dark, so dark that you wouldn't be able to see your hand in front of your face. The moon reflects sunlight, giving us the gentle glow that illuminates our nights. In its absence, the brightest object in the sky would be Venus, which is about 14,000 times dimmer than the moon. The lack of moonlight would completely change the way nocturnal animals live and hunt. Prey animals, which rely on the moon's light to navigate and avoid predators, would find themselves at a significant disadvantage, while predators that hunt by moonlight might struggle to adapt to the new darkness. And yes, those werewolf myths would disappear, since no moon means no transformations. More seriously, this pitch-black world would make it harder for early humans to navigate at night, potentially stunting our development of nighttime activities. The world would become a much scarier place after sunset, with only artificial light to guide us through the shadows. The weather? A hot mess. The moon not only influences Earth's tides, but also plays a role in regulating the planet's wind patterns and climate. Without the moon's gravitational pull to help stabilize Earth's rotation, the atmosphere could experience wild swings, leading to much more extreme weather events. Winds could become stronger, storms more frequent, and temperature shifts more dramatic. Imagine hurricanes spinning out of control and tornadoes forming in areas that have never seen such storms before. These chaotic weather patterns could make large swaths of the planet uninhabitable. Without the moon, Earth would become a meteorological nightmare, with weather systems that are impossible to predict and even harder to survive. The climate as we know it today, with its somewhat predictable patterns, would be a thing of the past. No moon, no plate tectonics. The moon's gravitational pull doesn't just affect the oceans, it also tugs on Earth's crust, causing what scientists call Earth tides. These subtle shifts help keep tectonic plates moving, which is crucial for the geological activity that shapes our planet. Without the moon, Earth's tectonic plates might grind to a halt, preventing the formation of mountains, volcanoes, and earthquakes. In fact, some scientists believe that without the moon, Earth might not even have tectonic plates at all. This would make Earth a much flatter, less dynamic place. Without tectonic activity, volcanoes would cease to erupt, mountains would stop forming, and the Earth's surface would be much more static. This would also mean fewer natural resources being brought to the surface through volcanic activity, which would have a significant impact on life as we know it. The poles at the equator? Yes, it could happen. One of the moon's most critical roles is stabilizing Earth's axial tilt. Without the moon, Earth's axis would wobble wildly, causing dramatic shifts in climate and geography. The poles, which are currently frozen wastelands, could find themselves at the equator, while equatorial regions could experience Arctic conditions. This would make the planet an unpredictable and inhospitable place. Entire ecosystems would collapse as species struggle to adapt to the sudden and extreme changes in temperature and climate. Picture polar bears lounging on tropical beaches and camels trudging through snowstorms. This isn't just a crazy hypothetical, it's a very real possibility in a world without the moon. Space rocks. Say hello to more asteroids. The moon has acted as Earth's bodyguard for billions of years, absorbing the impacts of space debris that could otherwise strike our planet. Its large size and gravitational pull help shield Earth from asteroids and comets. Without the moon, Earth would be exposed to far more impacts from meteoroids, making life on the surface much more dangerous. Every day, about 33 tons of space debris fall to Earth, but without the moon's protection, that number could increase significantly. Earth would be a sitting duck in the cosmic shooting gallery, with the risk of catastrophic impacts rising dramatically. Our planet's history might have looked very different without this lunar shield to protect us. Bye-bye lunar-inspired culture. From ancient myths to modern pop songs, the moon has played a central role in human culture. It's been a muse for poets, artists, and musicians throughout history. Without it, a vast portion of human art, literature, and mythology would be missing. Imagine a world without moonlit nights in poetry, no lunar deities in ancient religions, and no Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. Entire belief systems and cultural traditions would be upended without the moon. The lunar calendar, which plays a role in religious celebrations across many cultures, would also disappear, forcing a rethinking of timekeeping and ritual. The moon's absence would leave a gaping hole in humanity's cultural and spiritual heritage. What about space exploration? The moon isn't just an inspiration for poets and lovers. It's also a stepping stone for humanity's exploration of space. As the nearest celestial body, the moon serves as a practice ground for future missions to Mars and beyond. Its relatively close proximity allows astronauts to test equipment, conduct experiments, and prepare for deeper space exploration. Without the moon, our ability to explore space would be significantly hampered. Not to mention, the moon contains resources like frozen water that could be crucial for long-term space missions. No moon means no practice runs, and our journey to the stars might be delayed by decades or even centuries. And there you have it. An Earth without the moon would be nothing short of a cosmic disaster. From extreme weather to pitch-black nights, and from wild wobbles to a complete disruption of life as we know it, the moon truly is our unsung hero in the sky. But what do you think? Could humanity survive in a moonless world, or would it be the end of life as we know it? If you enjoyed exploring these mind-bending possibilities with us, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.